Okay, kindly open the Excel file that I sent you now, guys. That's the joins. Okay, can you see, guys? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right. So let's have a brief example before we go back to our data in R. Let me just briefly explain ano ba yung joins na to. We're going to look at six joins function from the dplyr. So we have the first four, yung inner join, left join, right join, and the full join. Just increase this. All right. So let's have a very basic example, guys, of two data. Remember, guys, yung mga joins natin, ginagamit natin yan pag mag-merge tayo ng data. We have two data frames, two or more data frames, and we'd like to generate an object that's coming from the different data frames. So we have, for example, itong data 1 na to, consisting of the column ID and the variable x1. Si data 2 naman, andyan din si ID at saka si variable x2. Okay, so we'd like to join this, merge this two data set, and let's see the different types of joins that we may create. Now, we'll first take a look at what we call mutating joins. No? Ano ba yung mutating joins? Yung mutating joins, guys, remember ano yung mutate function dplyr? What's the difference between a the mutate function and the filter function? Yung filter function, if you recall, guys, you still maintain the same columns. Kunyari, kung 10 columns tayo, 10 variables, 10 pa rin yung mag-generate natin ng object. Pag mutate naman, iba na, no? Pwedeng more than 10, pwedeng less than 10, depends on the columns or variables that we want included in the object. So let's first take a look at the mutating joins, where we merge both data frame and, sorry, mali ito, and include both their columns. So in other words, guys, dito data 1, meron lang tayong dalawang columns, ID and X1. Dito data 2, ID and X2. When we mutate, pwedeng ipagsama yung ID, X1, and X2. Okay, that's what we mean by mutate. So let's start with inner join. Inner join is easily comprehended. Parang intersection lang to. Okay, so we have this. This is the R code result 1. And we use the inner join function. So data 1, data 2, and then by is equal to ID. So yung by, guys, that's used in order to determine kung anong factor, anong reference ang gagamitin natin para emerge yung data. This has to be common to both, no? Kung hindi siya common to both, guys, this will not work. So inner join. Okay, so what happens, guys, pag mag-inner join tayo? So look at what's common to both data. You have data 1 and data 2, no? Ano ba yung common sa kanila? Ang common sa kanila yung ID. Okay? And include only the rows that are common to both and then merge columns from both data. Merge columns from both data. Yan natin. Both data frame. Okay, adjust lang, guys, to make it more exact. Okay, so dito, guys, inner join natin, ano? ID1, ID, X1, ID, X2 coming from data 1 and data 2. If we're going to use inner join for this, take note of the order, guys, no? Data 1, data 2. So ang titingnan natin, guys, yung ID ng data 1 and data 2, and then determine what's common to them. Ang common sa kanila, yung 2, di ba? 1, 2, 2, 3. Ang common sa kanila, 2. Therefore, magkakreate tayo ng isang object consisting of yung yung reference na ID, and then we will have to include both, no? X1 and X2. X1 and X2. Ang isasama lang natin yung common to both, which is 2. And then coming from data 1, X1, ang 2 ang number 2 sa data 1 na X1 is A2. Ang 2 ang 2 sa data 2 is X2, which is B1. So this is the result, guys, of an inner join. So parang intersection siya, common to both, no? Tapos ilalagay natin yung column ng data 1 at saka ng data 2. Okay, any questions? Paki-chat lang, guys, kung clear so far. Kung clear, paki-yes lang, guys. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, good. Okay, salamat, ha. All right, so that's inner join. Okay. Now next, tingnan naman natin left join. Kasi 6 lang naman yung most commonly used, guys, eh. Inner join, left join, right join, full join, semi-join, and then anti-join. Okay, so let's take a look at left join. And then after this example, guys, hopefully mas clear sa atin to. Punta na tayo ulit sa R, no? Okay, left join. So we have this code in R. Result number 2, let's call it result number 2, left join, data 1, data 2, again by yung reference sila or yung common na column. So same data we're looking at, and we know that the common sa kanila is 2. But what will left join do? Okay, take a look at my note here. Look at the first data frame, yung left. So pag sinabing left, guys, titingnan natin yung dalawang data frame kasi ito, data 1 and data 2. Yung left sa kanila is data 1. Clear ba yan, guys? Left join, ang focus natin yung left na data set, which is data 1. Data 1 is the left, data 2 is the right, no? So we're going to include all rows of the left data set and merge it with the columns of the other data. Ulitin ko, ha. Pag left join, ang basis natin, guys, yung left data set. Kasi dalawa yung tinitingnan natin, no? Data 1 and data 2. Sino ba yung left dyan? Ang left, si data 1. What do I mean by left, guys? Well, yung order niya, no? Yung order. Data 1, data 2. Now, we will have a different result if it's data 2 than data 1. Okay, I hope that's clear, no? Clear ba yun, guys? Pag left join, or the order is it should be correct, no? Pag gusto natin tingnan si data 1, left join tayo. Pag gusto natin tingnan si data 2, right join yon. Okay? So left join, we look again at the first data frame, which is the left one, and include all the rows of this left data set and merge with the columns of the other data set. So, left daw, di ba? So, si data 1 yun. Ano ba yung rows ni data 1? X1 and X2. So, isasama natin lahat yan. Okay? So, that's why we have here ID 1 and 2. Tapos, isasama natin, guys, i-merge natin yung columns ng dalawa, X1 and X2. So, since data 1, guys, ito yung data 1, di ba? Yun yung left natin. So, isasama natin pareho to. And then, i-include natin yung X2 ng data 2. Okay, so what will that be? ID, X1, X2. Now, si data 1, ang laman niya, 1 at saka A1. Now, si A2, guys, si data 2, wala siyang column row 1, di ba? Kaya yung X2 niya dito is empty, not applicable, not available. Okay? And then the second row is row 2. Then X1 will be A2, and then X2 will be B1. Saan nanggaling yun? If we take a look at this, guys, ito yan, no? Si row 2, si ID number 2 for data 2 has B1. So kasama yan dito, no? Kasama dito. So si row 2, ID number 2, X1 will be A2, and then X2 will be B1. Okay, so this will be the what's included in a left join. Okay, pause muna ako. Any questions? Kung paki-chat lang guys kung clear so far yung left join natin. Okay, clear? All right, thank you. Okay. All right. So, ganun guys yung left join, no? Yung right join naman, as the name suggests, titingnan natin yung right. Data 1, data 2, sino yung right doon? Si data 2. So, ang gagawin natin, kokopyahin natin guys, lahat ng rows ni data 2, and then insert, ang isasama natin si column 1, column 1 yung X1, column 2 yung X2. Okay? So, right join. Yung order natin kanina, right join, data 1, data 2, ang nasa right doon si data 2. So, we will have to copy the reference of data 2, which is X2 and X3, and include the column of data 1 and also data 2. Okay? So, ganito yung maging itsura niya. ID 2 and 3 lang kasi naka-right join tayo. So, ipapasok lang natin na reference yung reference ni data 2, which is 2 and 3. And then, i-merge natin si column ng data 1 at saka si column ng data 2. Now, for X1, meron tayong row 2 di ba? Which is A2. Pero wala tayong row 3, kaya not available yan. Okay, for X2 naman, available para B1 and B2. So once again guys, paki-chat kung clear siya. Clear ba yung right join? Okay, good. Good. Thank you so much, class. Okay, so far, tinignan natin si inner join, si left join, si right join. Okay? Now, take note that this is actually a mutation function, no? Kasi nababago ngayon yung column ng object natin. Diba? Parang minerge natin siya. Kasi dito sa data 1 natin, dalawa lang yung columns natin. Dito sa data 2, dalawa lang din yung columns natin. Nung nag-join tayo ng inner or left or right, nagkaroon tayo ng object na pinagsama na natin si X1 at saka si X2. Okay? And then full join, guys. May question ba? Wala. Okay, how about full join? Okay, full join naman to, no? Okay, look at the right column of the first data. Okay, include only the rows that are so. Mukhang malitong ano ko dito. Wait, ha? Kasi ang full join, guys, ano yan, parang union siya, no? Union. Yung inner join, intersection. Alala sa set theory nyo, sa sets nyo, I'm sure you studied this in math. Pag union, pag intersection, guys, ang pinagsasama lang natin yung common to both. Pag union naman, lahat, no? So, full join. Look at, mali yata itong description ko dito. Look at what, right, mali. So, ito guys, mali ito Include natin all common rows of both data and merge columns. Yeah, I think that's a proper Okay, include all common rows of both data and merge columns. Okay, so tingnan natin. Ang data 1 natin, may column 1, may row 1, may row 2. Si data 2 naman, 2 and 3. So pagsasama-sama natin lahat yan. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Dapat to all common unique rows, no? Okay, pag sinabi kong unique rows, guys, once ko lang isusulat si 2, no? Kasi baka isipin natin 1, 2, 2, 3, no? 1, 2, 2, 3. Hindi ganon. Okay? Yung unique rows lang, si 2 at saka si 2, pareho lang naman yan. So, isang beses lang natin uulitin yan. So, it's now 1, 2, and 3. And then, papasok lang natin yung x1 and x2. So, that's very easy, guys. Kung wala siyang kung wala siya either sa x1 or x2, then magiging not available lang yan. Okay? So, si full join, guys, parang complete siya, no? Complete. Sinasama lahat ng rows na unique. And then, i-merge natin si x1 and x2. Okay, once again, guys, clear ba yon? Clear ba si full join? Okay? All right, thank you. Okay, so, very quick review, guys. Dito sa mutate natin, no? Sa mutating joins natin, meron tayong 4, no? Inner, left join, right join, at saka full join. And you notice, guys, that this is called mutating coming from the dplyr function mutate, where the resulting object has different columns compared to the original object. Again, guys, yung object natin dito, data 1, data 2, meron silang unique reference, yung ID, pero magkaiba yung columns sila. Pag nag-mutating joins tayo, which consists of inner join, left join, right join, and full join, mababago yung object natin. Okay, combination na nila, may merging na nila. Okay, then let's go to the last two, guys. Yung filtering joins naman. Filtering joins, ito parang siya, kaya filtering joins siya kasi mine-maintain yung column, no? Mine-maintain yung column. Okay, so let's, ibig sabihin hindi siya mine-merge. Mine-maintain lang natin yung original column ng either data 1 or data 2. Okay, so once again, guys, let's take a look at another example, semi-join. Ano naman si semi-join? So this is the code for that, semi-join. And then again, the two data that we want, the data frames that we want to be joined. So semi-join, guys, look at what's common to both and then include only the rows that are common and the column of the first data. Okay, this is, unlike yung kanina, guys, yung inner kasi, di ba, tinitingnan natin yung common sa kanila, pero i-merge natin yung dalawang data frame. Yung mga columns sila, isasama natin lahat. Ito naman, guys, ang kukunin lang natin yung column ng first data natin, with data 1 in this case. So semi-join, data 1, ang focus natin dito si data 1 and data 2. So ano ba yung common sa data 1 and data 2? Ang reference natin yung ID. Ang common sa kanila, si 2, di ba? Yan. So yan lang ipapasok natin. And then yung column lang ng first data natin. In this case, data 1. If it was data 2 then comma data 1, ang isasama natin yung column ng data 2. Okay? So look at what's common to both. Include only the rows that are common to both data frames and the column of the first data or the left data. So that's now your semi-join. Okay? All right, clear so far, guys? Sorry guys, tanong ulit kasi baka may may question kayo, paki-chat na lang please kung okay tayo yung sa semi-join. Okay. Alright, the rest, walang question ha? Alright, so let me explain once again. Pag semi-join guys, this is an example of a filtering join. Remember sa dplyr, pag nag-filter tayo, hindi na babago yung yung number of columns. Pareho pa rin siya, na-maintain pa rin siya. Only here, we will have to determine kung anong i-maintain na column. Is it yung data 1 or data 2? Since nauuna si data 1 guys, yun ang column na isasama natin. Kung inuna natin si data 2 dito, for example, kung inuna natin si data 2, say data 2 and data 1, okay, what will be the result pag ganito? Let's call it result 5A. No? In this case, guys, Control C. Tapos si D1. Right? D1. Okay, so yung result 5A guys, pag semi-join siya, tapos inuna natin si data 2, si data 2 yung magiging reference natin na columns. No? Okay? Clear so far guys? Okay lang ba tayo so far? Okay, good. Sige, salamat ha. Thank you for the feedback guys. Okay. Alright, then yung huli guys, anti-join, no? Okay. Ano kaya si anti-join guys? Ano si anti-join? Anti-join is parang anti kasi, no? Parang yung hindi niyo makikita sa semi-join. Okay? So it's another way to say it is not semi-join. Okay? So remember guys, ito yung semi-join natin. Semi-join is dependent on kung ano yung data na unang naka-mention natin, di ba? So since dito data 1 yung una, therefore it will follow the structure of data 1. Kaso nga lang, mafi-filter siya. Ang mapapasok lang yung pareho niya kay data 2. In this case, si row 2 lang. Now, pag anti-join guys, again, titingnan natin, data 1, anti-join. So, ano yung Kasi dinetermine natin yung common, tapos ano yung hindi na common. You get me guys? In other words, not semi-join. Tinan pa rin natin si data 1, yung structure niya, si ID at saka si X1. Pero, ang isasama lang natin, yung hindi kasama dun sa semi-join. Okay? So, tingnan natin guys si data 1. Si data 1 is, ang laman niya, row ID 1 and 2. Di ba? Nung nag-semi-join tayo, ang pumasok, ito lang. Right? So, pag anti-join, yung hindi kasama dun sa semi-join, which is this one, 1A1 lang. Ito lang siya, guys. Okay? So si anti-join, guys, parang kalaban siya ni semi-join. Kung anong pinasok mo sa semi-join, guys, pag mag-anti-join ka, yung mga hindi mo pinasok sa semi-join, yun ang ipasok natin sa anti-join. Again, guys, yung mga hindi pinasok natin sa semi-join, yun ang ipapasok natin sa anti-join. So, in case guys na inuna natin si ito ulitin natin to, Control C, Control V. Kung inuna natin guys si data 2, so let me call this 6A, no? And then this is data 2 and then data 1. So what will the result look like? Since nauna si data 2 guys, alam natin na sa semi-join ang pumasok dito kay dito sa code na to, yung semi-join using data2 first is this one. So ang anti-join niya guys will be, see, what will be the anti-join? Yung hindi pumasok sa semi-join ito, which will be what? Ito. Okay. So I hope that's clear, guys. Okay. Let me paraphrase my question. Any questions ba? May questions? Kung pakichat na lang guys kung no o yes. Kung no question, pag walang question, pakilagay no guys para maiba naman. Any questions? Okay. Thank you, Stephen. Nicole, thank you. Erica, okay. John, Helen, thank you. Samantha also, thank you. All right, so I hope that's clear, guys. I decided to use Excel to first explain yung simpleng data lang, guys, para mas maintindihan natin. So let's open now yung R natin. Okay. So again, guys, paki-install yung mga packages natin. Si NYC flights, si dplyr, etc. Paki-install ulit. Tapos, and then let's i-ano natin si flights, no? Kahit si flights lang muna. Ano ba gamit natin sa, check ko lang guys sa mga joins natin. Ano ba ginamit natin dito? For joins. Import order. Okay. So, ibang ano pala, guys, ibang ibang dataset ang kailangan natin dito, si order and customer, which I sent to you last time, no? Okay. So let's import this dataset. Okay, one good thing which we're going to study also dito sa actually kung umabot tayo, magta-tidy na tayo guys. After data wrangling, we're going to do tidy. So what's good with R is that R has a lot of packages or dataset that comes with it, no? Ang unang ginamit natin yung NYC, yung flights, no? It came from NYC flights 13. Now, we can also, I'm not sure if, naka-import na ba tayo ng data set, guys? Naturo ko na ba to? Hindi pa? Okay, if hindi pa, guys, we can import data set using RStudio itself, yung interface niya dito sa environment. So you notice, guys, dito sa environment, meron ditong import dataset. Okay? I think meron din dito sa file. And then save as. Open. Meron din dito, no? Open file. Okay? So you can use this file, open file, or you can make use of this import dataset. And then we're going to use the text. I don't know, guys, if you have already downloaded. Let me go back. Ito, guys, oh. Sa 3.5 and 3.6, I sent this last time pa. Kindly download this if you have not downloaded it, and save it in any location in your laptop or in your PC. Okay, let me chat, guys. Okay, na-download na ba? So paki-feedback lang, guys, kung na-download na si order at saka si customer. Download muna, guys, if you have not that, and then we're going to import it at the same time. So download muna. Okay, thank you, Nicole. So kindly download si order at saka si customer. Okay, sino ko lang ba? Paki-feedback nga guys. If you have downloaded the order and the customer dataset. Okay. All right. So now that you have downloaded it, let's import it one at a time. We don't need to download the dem. I-download nyo na rin. Paki-download na rin guys yung dem. Pag baka umabot tayo diyan ano. Kasi yung next topic natin is tidy data. We may or may not reach that point. But you're still going to download it. Kung hindi natin abutin yan, gagamitin yan natin next meeting. Okay. Thank you for that question. Okay, so let's import, guys. There are several ways to import this. Para sa akin, madali itong import dataset kasi automatically, here you can have text, either base or read R. Okay, Excel, SPSS, depende sa type ng data. Okay, so either use base or the read R function. Let's use the read R function. Yan. Okay, so you'll see here, guys, the code, no? Okay, so saan yan, guys? Browse kung saan nyo sinave, guys, yung data nyo. So, customer, open. Okay, so here you can see, guys, the type of data here. Lumalabas ito. Bakit semicolon? No? And then you see here the code, guys. No? Kasi pwede i-copy natin to. Read R. Okay, then import. Copy natin, Control-C. Import. Okay, may mali tayo, guys, kasi bakit kaya naka-semicolon? Okay, so let me renew this. Remove ko muna, guys, yung I'm going to remove kasi semicolon yung lumalabas eh. I wonder why. RN remove si customer. RM is to remove the object, guys. Okay, tanggalin ko muna siya tapos i-import ko siya ulit. Okay, so I'll remove this. So import dataset, read R, customer, ba't kaya siya naging semicolon? Anyway, customer, guys. Okay, so data preview dito, pinapakita na semicolon. So I have to change the delimiter, dapat semicolon. Yan. Okay, kita nyo, guys, okay na siya. No? And then yung code niyan, I'll copy this para ipasok ko dun sa Control-C. Okay, and then import. There. So ito na si customer. Tama na siya. No? And then I'm going to load it here. Yung code niya. Control-V. Kinapi ko lang, guys, para familiar tayo, guys, sa pagko-code niya. No? Okay, so this is the code. Tapos I will also, baka may question, parang may nag-chat. Colleen, na-post ko ngayon. January 4 class. Hindi. Si January 4 class, kasama na siya dito sa kasama na siya dito sa pinost ko ngayon, yung tidy data. Itong RMD file na to, dalawang laman yan, no? Itong January tidy data at saka yung January 4. Download mo kulin yung file na in-upload ko ngayon. Sige, paki-feedback kung okay, ha? Okay na, Bea? Okay, sige. Thank you. Okay. So, bali guys, yung sinend ko na file ngayon, dalawa yan. Yung January 4 file natin at saka yung para sana sa ngayon. Kung aabutin natin tong January 1. Alright. So, again guys, wait, may tanong lang ako sa inyo guys. Sa inyo ba yung lumalabas na customer data set, naka-semicolon ba siya o colon? Paki-chat nga guys. I don't know why nag-semicolon sa akin. Kindly guys, kung nakalagay yung data sa inyo, semicolon o colon. Pag-import nyo. Class, paki-feedback please. When you were importing yung data set na na customer, was it in colon in comma type or semicolon type? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Nicole. The rest? Okay, pare-pareho pala tayo. Kay Samantha in comma. Okay. So just be guys, just be aware of that, no? So titingnan nyo kasi pag readr yung ginamit natin, ipapakita ni readr kung ano yung laman ng data natin. Okay, so let's now do it for kasi meron tayong customer, no? Yung order naman, import ulit. Gamit ulit natin si readr. Tapos si order naman. Okay, naka-semicolon din siya ulit, no? So I have to change this. Semicolon. Okay, so ID, order date. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Import. Okay, so ayan na si order. Tatanggalin ko na itong kinapi ko lang guys yung yung code. All right, so we have now the two objects, the two data frames. So si order guys, ano laman niya? You have ID, 300 entries, and then kung yung ID guys, yung customer ID, and then kung kailan in order at saka magkano yung in order, and then si customer database naman, ID niya, and then name, and then city from. Where is the city from? So notice that there are 91 entries here. Ibig sabihin 91 lang ID. Okay. So dito sa order, may mga IDs dito. Kanya 368 na wala dito sa customer. Either hindi updated to si customer data, no? Kasi dapat, kung tutuusin guys, kung meron tayong customer data frame, dapat lahat ng IDs andiyan dyan. No? Pero ang lumalabas dito sa order list natin, may mga IDs tayo na wala sa customer natin. It tells us na hindi kumpleto yung sa customer data frame natin. But our objective, hindi ganun yung objective natin. Our objective is more on using yung mga joins natin. Okay. So now that we have the customer and the order, okay, we can now use the joins. Okay. So again, let's use the inner join. Sabi natin guys, si inner join, ibabalik niya kasi ano to yung di ba mutating join to. So if we take a look at this is the most common join operation. Tapos ang kinukuha lang natin diyan yung common to both, no? And then isasama natin yung parehong mga columns ng parehong data frames. Okay, we discussed this a while ago. So let's run this. Lagyan natin ng pangalan to. Sabi natin, res na lang, res1. Result 1, no? So join 1 na lang. Join 1. Join 1. So we were creating an object called join 1. Tapos inner join natin si customer at saka si order. So anong gagawin dito guys? By ID. Ibig sabihin, titignan niya yung mga IDs na common, no? Tapos yung mga common na yan, isasama niya yung columns ni customer at saka yung columns ni order. Okay, so let's run this. So we have this join 1 object. Okay. So what do we now have here, guys? Okay, take note guys, bakit dalawa yung row 2? Bakit dalawa yung row 2 tapos si Jeremiah, row 7, tatlo? Bakit kaya guys? Any answer guys? Kasi nagdalawa si Marcela, bakit? The answer lies guys in your order data frame, yung pangalawa, no? Kasi iisa-isahin niya yan. Ito ba nasa data 1? Nasa customer. So pasok yan. Okay? So it will go through line by line. So possible na magka-repeat siya, no? Kasi asan ba yung 2 ulit dito? Anyway, iisa-isahin yan line by line, ano? And then titingnan niya, is this present in kay customer? Kung present yan, ipapasok yan. That's how your inner join looks like. So, ano ba laman ni customer, guys? Ang laman ni customer, first name at saka city, di ba? So, dito yan, first name at saka si city. Ang laman naman ni order, date at saka amount. So, it will be reflected here also, order date at saka amount. Okay? Tapos yung reference nila, yung ID. And then the arrangement is, paano ina-arrange yung columns natin? Kung sino nauuna, guys, sa code natin. Okay? Customer muna, tapos si order. So mauuna yung columns ni customer. Kaya yung all columns si customer, si first name at saka si city. Tapos yung columns ni order naman. Okay, clear so far, guys? Okay, paki-chat nga guys kung yes or no. Clear so far? Okay, thank you, Stephen. The rest, guys? Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, dito guys, let's take a look at this. Anong difference nito at saka nito? What's the difference, guys? If you take a look at this code, so magsisimula daw sa customer, no? Okay? So we start with the customer and then i-inner join natin siya kanino? Kay order. Okay, how? By ID. Okay, so will it give us the same answer? Let's take a look. Okay, look guys. 55 entries, 55 observations. He joined one, 55 observations then. They're exactly the same. Okay? So these are two ways to have your inner join. Ito, gumamit tayo ng pipe operator natin dito. Nagsimula tayo sa customer muna. Dinefine kung ano data frame ang unang gagamitin and then inner join natin siya kay order. Okay? So this one guys, diretso, no? In-identify natin si data 1, tapos si data 2, inner join it by ID. Okay, next, left join. Ano guys yung left join? Sinong bida sa left join? Si left join guys, di ba ang bida dyan si yung nasa left na data, no? Okay, chat. Okay, in this, yeah, you're correct. Thank you, Stephen. Yung customer. Bakit? Kasi si customer, guys, depende guys, ito dito, left join si customer ang bida. So, lahat ng ano ni customer, ano mangyayari, guys? What will happen sa left join? Lahat ng kasama kay customer papasok, no? Diba? Tapos i-merge natin yung mga columns din ni order. So let's do this. So let's create this join. Lagyan natin join 2 to. Join 2. So left join customer order by ID. What do you expect, guys? Ano makikita natin dito? Ang basis natin si customer, no? Run natin. Join 2. Should be here already. Join 2. Yan. Okay, so what do we have here? Ang naging basis natin, guys, si yung meron lang ni customer. So hanggang 91 lang. So wala dito guys, wala dito kasi naka-left join tayo. So ang basis natin si customer lang. So hindi tayo pwede magkaroon ng rows dito na wala kay customer. Okay, so there are rows dito kay order like 368. No? 368 wala yan, di ba? Wala yan kay customer. So hindi papasok yan dun sa left join natin. Pero pwedeng may umulit kasi may mga data tayo kay order na magkakaiba yung order date at saka yung amount. Okay, saan nanggaling itong mga NA na to, guys? Saan nanggaling yung NA na to? Meron tayong kay order na may ID na 1, okay? Sorry. Meron tayo kay customer na 1, di ba? First name at saka city. Pero wala kay order. So sa order data set natin, hindi umorder si ID number 1. Wala tayong ID 1 dito. Okay, clear so far, guys? Don't be too hard on yourself, guys. You know? First time nyo palang namimit to. So sa simula, hindi talaga kagad clear yan. But as you continue using this, mas magiging clear to. No? Okay, so you also get the same answer here. Okay, customer order ID. And then dito pala. Okay, left join dito. So nagsimula muna tayo sa customer and then pipe operator left join with order. You'll get the same answer. Let's run this. Okay. So same. Same. Notice guys, dito sa join 2 na to, yung left join, lahat ng columns ni ni customer, lahat yan may laman, no? Lahat may laman siya. Dito kay kay order, hindi lahat may laman. May mga not available. Ibig sabihin na to guys, itong si ID number 3 at saka si ID number 4, meron siya kay customer pero walang order coming from number 3 and number 4 dito sa order dataset natin. Okay? So lahat ng mga NA dyan sa order date at saka sa amount, ibig sabihin yan, walang order coming from these ID numbers or names. No? I hope that's clear, guys. Okay, next, let's go to right join naman. Okay, si right join naman, sabi natin kanina, okay, gawin natin tong join 3. Join 3. Sino magiging bida dito, guys? Yung nasa right, ano? Si order. So let's take a look at this. Run this. Then join 3. Yan. Okay, what do you notice here, guys? Ano na notice nyo? Pag right join, guys, sino yung masusunod? Again, look at the order. Customer, tapos order. Ang masusunod, guys, si order kasi nasa right siya. And you notice, guys, ilang rows siya? 300. Okay? So, papasok lahat na nakay order. Pero, isasama natin, guys, yung, yung column ni customer. Okay? So, si ID number 2, 2 times, kasi 2 times nag-appear yan kay order. Ipapasok natin si first name at saka si city. No? Right? Tapos dito sa bandang dito, okay, take a look at this. Dito sa Beyond 91, may order 368. Pero wala siya dun sa customer, kaya magna-not available yan. Pero it should be present in this right join. Kasi sa right join, guys, preserve natin yung right na data frame, which is your order. No? Mina-merge natin siya with the first one, which is your customer. So ipapasok natin si column ni customer and then column ni order. Mauuna si customer. No? Yung arrangement ng columns, guys, will be based on the ordering of the data frames. So si join 3, guys, it will have 300 entries all in all. No? Kasi that's the number of observations of your order data frame. Okay, clear so far, guys? Again, pause muna ako. May tanong ba? Paki-chat na lang, guys, kung clear so far. Thank you, Stephen. Tama kanina, no? Clear so far, guys? Si left join, si right join. Okay. Again, guys, pag left join, ang bida, guys, yung nasa left, yung unang data frame. No? Pag right join, ang bida, yung pangalawang data frame. Kasi dalawa yung mina-merge natin dyan. No? And both left join and right join are mutating joints. So, dapat i-merge yung mga columns nila. Alright, thank you. Okay, then let's go to, pareho lang din to, no? Naran ko na ba to? I think naran ko na to. No? Ay, hindi pa. So, customer, yeah, it's the same, no? So dito nag-dplyr muna tayo, define muna natin yung data frame natin, customer, and then full join. Hindi, sorry. Right join lang pala muna, no? Okay. And then lastly, guys, yung full join natin, let's call this join for. Full join to, guys. Full join, okay? How many rows do you think this will be? 91 lang? 300 lang? Pag sinabing full join, guys, ano mangyayari? Union to, no? Union, isasama na natin lahat-lahat, no? Okay? Run natin. So join for. Join for, full join, okay? Run. Then take a look at join for. There. 349 entries, guys. Ano mangyayari dito? What will happen, guys? Pag full join, ano na? So what happens here, guys? Sa full join, titingnan natin pareho si customer, no? Okay? At saka si order. For example, this one. Si 1. Ipapasok ba to sa full join? Yes. Okay? Papasok to. Kahit na wala siyang ano dito sa kahit na wala siyang 1 dito sa order, ipapasok yan. Okay, ito guys, si 2. Ipapasok ba to? Yes. Now, titignan natin, ilan ba yung mga 2's dito? No? Ito may 2. Tapos may isa pang 2. So pareho natin ipapasok yon. No? That's how we do the full join. Which is our join for. Ayan. Okay? Si 1, pinasok natin, na kay customer siya, pero wala siya kay order, pasok pa rin siya. So wala tayong magiging entries dito sa order at saka sa amount. Si number 2, guys, ilang beses siyang pumasok kay order? 2 beses. Parehong ipapasok yon. So parehong may first name, may city, tsaka parehong may order date at saka may amount. Si 3, guys, nakay customer, pero wala siya kay order, pasok pa rin yan. Si number 4 din, nakay customer siya, pero wala siya kay order, pasok pa rin yan. Okay? So, and so on. Tapos dito, for example, si Jeremiah, no? Nakay customer siya, pasok siya. Pero 3 beses siyang pumasok kay order, pasok pa rin yun, no? Every time na pinapasok si Jeremiah, 4, in fact, no? 1, 2, 3 pala. Every time na pinasok si Jeremiah kay order, no? Pasok pa rin yun. Tapos imamatch siya dun kay first name at saka city ni ID number 7. Excuse me. Alright? Clear so far? Okay, so you notice, guys, pag full join, it will have more observations than any of the 2 data frames, no? Si customer 91, si order 301, I think, or 300 observations. But you don't add, guys. Hindi ina-add yung 391 kasi may commonality sila, no? Okay? It's 349 observations. So ito na yung masasabi natin, ito yung pinaka-complete, no? Na present kay customer, present din kay order. As to the number of observations, hindi natin ina-add yun kasi may commonality sila, no? Clear yun, guys? Okay. 55. Okay. All right. So let's continue. Okay. Ito naman yung semi-join natin. Ito na yung ano na, filtering joins natin. No? Hindi natin filtering joins. Kanina, ito yung mutating joins natin. Sulat natin, mutating joins. Okay, sa filtering joins, alam natin guys na we know guys that it will only give us the columns of the first data frame natin. So let's call this join 5. Join 5. Okay. Semi-join, no? Customer order by ID. Ano mangyayari dito, guys? Pag semi-join, kukunin yung common sa dalawa, no? Tapos, i-return lang yung what's present in the customer data frame. Run natin to. Capital ko pala si join 5. Okay. So what do you have here, guys? Ang lumabas lang dito, ito yung mga common sa kanila, no? Common kay customer at saka kay order. Pero take note, guys, hindi pinasok dito yung column ni order. So what this is telling us is that there are 42 orders there are 42 IDs that are present in both customer and in order data frame. Okay? So may mga 42 entries tayo. 42 entries, 1 hanggang 42. Ibig sabihin, of the 91 customers in the customer ID, customer data frame, 42 yung present dun sa order. Okay? All right. Thank you, Pierre. Okay, yun ang guys ang yun ang semi-join, no? Then pareho lang to guys, semi-join. Again, you know guys, pareho lang yung result nito at saka nito, no? Okay, I'll leave you guys to run that. Let's change the order, guys. Yung kanina ginawa natin, change the order of, change the listing of the data frame. So, insert tayo. Control C, Control V. Capital ko to. Join, let's call this join 5A. Tapos, ipag-ano natin guys, ha? Control C. All right, guys. Will this matter, guys? Pag semi-join, guys, remember, ang kukunin natin dito yung common sa kanila, no? Common sa ID, no? Pero, ano magiging difference? So let's run this. Join 5A. Okay, what do you notice, guys? Ano difference si join 5A at saka ni join 5? Ito. Remember, sa join 5, guys, okay, ang ginawa natin, semi-join, ang ilalagay lang natin dito, semi-join ni customer, no? Ang ilalagay lang natin, guys, yung first name lang at saka city kasi ito lang yung yung columns ni customer. Sa join 5A, ano nakalagay dito? What's present here, guys? Yung order date lang at saka yung amount, no? Tama? Clear ba? So for example, since uunahin si si order, yun ang magiging basis. Tingnan, 368 ba? Si 368 ba ando dun kay customer? Common ba yan sa dalawa? Hindi. So wala yan. Si 286 ba ando dun din? Wala yan, no? Si 28 ando dun? Yes, ando dun. So papasok to, no? 28 papasok. Pero ang ilalagay natin, guys, ang column, yung column ni order. Yung order date at saka yung amount. Not the name at saka yung ano. Okay, so yung ito. Okay, order date at saka amount as compared to join 5 na first name at saka CCT. Okay, clear guys yung ano? Clear yung semi-join. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for the feedback, Nicole. Thank you, Pierre. All right. So yung huli, guys, sabi natin si anti-join, no? Anti-join. Call this join 6. Okay, anti-join. Customer order. Run natin. Where's join 6? Okay. What do you notice about the anti-join, guys? Any observation, guys? 1, 3, 4. Anong opposite nito? Join 5. Ano notice nyo? 2, 5, 6, 7. 1, 3, 4, 10. Yun, correct. Thank you, Pierce. Yung wala dun sa dun sa semi-join natin, no? Yung wala sa semi-join, guys, okay, lumabas dito sa sa anti-join. If you notice, join 5 natin has 42 observations. Si join 6 has 49 observations. 42, 49. The total of that is 91. Diba, ilan ba yung customer natin? 91 observations, no? Okay? Okay na ba nakita nyo, guys? Ang total na observations natin kay customer is 91. Ang pumasok dun sa join 5 is 40, 42, no? Ang pumasok sa semi-join to, ang pumasok kay join 6 is 49. Okay, ang total nila 91. Okay, so notice na tama siya na tinanggal niya yung mga hindi kasama sa semi-join. Okay? So, gawin din natin, guys, copy natin to. Let's call this join 6A. No? Si join 6A guys, pinalitan natin yung order. Order at saka customer. Gawin natin anti-join. No? Let's call this anti-join. Anti-join. So this should be the opposite guys of yung semi-join na inuna natin sa order at saka customer. Which is join 5A. And I'm expecting guys 245 observations here. Kasi ang total na order is 300. Ang pumasok sa 5A is 55. Therefore, hindi kasama sa 5A should be 245. No? So run natin. Join 6A there guys. 245. No? 245 observations. Okay? So, ito guys yung mga wala dun sa semi-join natin kanina, dun sa dun sa inuna natin si order. Okay? Alright, so that wraps up guys. It's almost time. I have only a few more minutes. That wraps up our discussion on joins. No? Paki-review to guys kasi the best way to go through this is reviewing it. No? Okay, kindly open the other R Markdown file. Okay, I just have time to just give the introduction to this one. Okay. So ang gagawin na natin dito guys, data, importing na tayo dito at saka tidying up data. No? This will be the last discussion sa data wrangling and then we go to application. Sa application guys, which will be by next week, mayroon tayo sa no? Sa Friday, no? Mayroon tayong first session on applying, no? Yung mga natutunan natin. Okay, and we'll focus on finance, no? We're going to use some packages in finance na magagamit natin as applications of what we have discussed so far. Okay, so this is data importing and tidying data. Often, yung so far guys, yung mga binigay natin, yung mga na-access natin ng mga data, malilinis siya. No? They are tidy data. No? Mamaya explain ko kung ano yung tidy data. So for today, na-install na yata natin itong, naroon na tayong dplyr, ggplot, tidyr, nyc flights. Ito bago guys, no? Paki-install yung mga packages na to, 538. May mga lamang data yan. And then 538 data. Pakisabi nga sa akin guys kung na-install. 538 walang problema. Yung 538 data baka magka-problema kayo. So kindly install that. So okay na guys, install na. Now, you might have difficulty, you might have problem yung 5 kasi chat. Yeah, yung 538 data not available sa version ng R natin. So, pag ganun guys, you should look for the source of the package. So dito linagay ko guys yung code kasi yung ano na to, yung package na to, wala pang version 4.0.2. But I have installed here yung link, no? Kaya pwede nyo i-run to. Yung repository ng package siya mismo. Ito. And then we can install it using this code. Okay, so this code just tells us that paki-install yung 538 data coming not from the CRAN kasi hindi pa available siya sa CRAN. Dun mismo sa source ng package mismo. So kindly install this, guys. Kindly run this. So after running this, guys, may install nyo na si 538, no? And then once you have done that, i-library natin itong dalawang to. Paki-library na, guys, para ma-access natin. Okay, na paki-chat, guys. May I have 1 or 2 more minutes, guys? At least ma-download na natin yung DEM, no? Okay. David, okay na? Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, I hope you have already required. Okay, let me, guys, hingi lang ako 1 or 2 minutes. Pakibasa na lang to, guys. When you import data into R, pwede kasing mga CSV files yan. Yung ginawa natin kanina, di ba? Or pwede siyang Excel file mismo. Okay? Or you can also download directly from Google Sheet mismo, no? Okay, pwede mismo pwede mismo mag-import ng data coming from Google Sheets. Okay, now we're going to use the readr package, yung kanina din na ginamit natin. Okay, na-download nyo na ba yung DEM? We'll end in this, guys. Na-download nyo na ba yung DEM, guys? I think napadala ko rin sa inyo yun to, no? I-delete nyo to, guys, ha? Yung C kasi ano ko yan eh. Sa akin yan, no? Okay, I'll end in this, guys. Yung DEM, let's create an object called DEM. Ito yung DEM CSV, no? Now, what I want you to do is to locate yung file location niya. Saan nyo ba siya sinave? Sa akin, andi dito, no? Yung DEM score na yan. So you have to look for the file. Okay? And then sa home, guys, home, copy path, no? So i-highlight nyo muna yung file na gusto nyo i-copy yung path. Kunyari, itong DEM score na to. Home, and then copy path. And then, i-paste nyo dito sa R natin. Control V. Ayan. So this is the file location, guys. And then the command is read_CSV. But you have to change the backward slash. Kasi kay Windows, backward slash. Kay R, dapat forward slash tayo. Forward. Forward. Forward slash. Forward. So lahat ng mga backward, pinalitan ko. Okay? And then view natin yung DEM. Okay, so this is now the code, guys, to ilan ang codes dito. All right. So if I run this, guys, run. Ayan. So ito na yung DEM, no? Okay. Democratic ratings ng mga countries. Okay? All right. So next meeting, guys. Next meeting, we're going to continue this. Okay? Tutuloy natin yung tidying data. All right? So, any questions? Okay, no questions? Sige, stop ko na recording.